What's up, guys? We are now getting towards the middle of August, and it's not going to be much longer till camping season, or at least when a lot more folks will be going camping, because just right now in a lot of areas it's just too hot. With that, I wanted to jump into this month's BattlBox. Okay, you guys know that I am a fan of BattlBox. They get a lot of great gear at a very reasonable price. Use my code, save yourself off of the monthly subscription. And we're going to use one of the knives that I've got in a previous BattlBox. I don't remember which one that was, but you guys can go find all of the videos on my channel. And if you're in BattlBox, trust me, you're going to get a lot of knives. We're going to go ahead and open this one up. And this one has a lot of camping gear. And that's, again, that's one of the things that BattlBox is. I mean, a lot of outdoor stuff, camping gear, and there's just some great things in here. Actually, a couple things I've been looking forward to. And, you know, that's something that you should do, is to get outside more. I think that's something that a lot of people don't do enough of, is getting outside, getting into the wilderness, and doing all that kind of fun stuff. So, here we go. Just to show it to you guys, let's go ahead and just, show you right there. That's how you get it, at least this month. This is BattlBox Mission 126. Here's your mission brief, and this is something that you get in every one of them that kind of details all of the stuff that you get in the various levels. Okay, you can see here. And depending on your budget, you can start out with the basic kit and then work your way up, or you can simply go and buy a lot of the gear individually. And that's one of the things about them too, guys, and I'll actually link some of their stuff in this video. So to get started, let's just see what the book shows us as our basic kit. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And the first thing we have here is the Grand Trunk Adventure Shelf. So it is buried right here. You see this if you're in camping, which I don't know why you wouldn't be. This is something that can be very useful to you. Okay, this is how it comes. Of course, yeah, it's in the plastic bag, which we'll get rid of. But basically, this is something that you can use for storing your stuff. Take it with you on your camping trips, and it folds up into a nice small bag. You can look here, just to open this up. You can store your stuff in it. You got some very well made zippers, I'll say that. But again, guys, this is something you can hang up, store your stuff in it. I mean, literally, you hang it up, guys, and that's exactly what it is. You get this little shelf thing. I know a lot of your tents and things like that, or at least one that I've got, has got a place to where you can hang stuff. You can hang lights in there, which from a previous BattlBox, that one light, that one lantern, the railroad lantern that came in it, that is something that it works perfect for that. I mean, it is a great lantern, and that's one that's rechargeable. You don't have to worry about carrying batteries with you, but you can if you want, depending on what you get. There's just tons of different stuff out there. This is the first item. Okay, that shelf. I'm always looking for a place to put a cell phone, something like that. Right, here you go. So that's the first item, and I'm just going to dig through here. Fireballs, fire starting kits. These are something that if you go camping, one of the problems that a lot of people have, especially if they're not real used to being out in the woods, or if you just want to be lazy, and that's get a good fire going, and that's where these can come in to play. Basically, you get a whole box of them, and this is what they look like. See, you've got basically a little fuse here. You light these, and I think that they'll burn for, I think it's around 15 minutes or so, and can help get you a good fire started. You have your tinder laid there. Even if it's a little bit damp, something like that, it's going to burn. It's going to dry it out a bit, and you can get a good fire going with not the best material, but you know, there again guys, you should try to have some type of material storage for getting a fire going. Something like this, small, fit into a pack, throw a few of them in your bag, keep a few of them in just a couple of different bags, you know, depending on how you camp. A couple of things that are going to go together that we'll get to in a minute, but the other thing that I wanted to look at is this. We all know about the different bug sprays that are out there. There's several different kinds out there to try to keep bugs off of you, especially as hot as it is now. You go camping especially, you get out into the woods, you've got ticks, you've got mosquitoes, and this is something that does not contain a lot of the chemicals that some of the insect repellents do. And this again is something that can be very helpful, and there again it comes in this month's battle box. Now the two items that go together, I want to get them out, and it is basically a sleeping bag, or a sleeping pad I should say, along with a pillow. And I'm going to open them up here. I'm not going to get them completely out of these little stuff sacks they come with, just because I don't really have room to show them to you very well on camera. But here is the size that they are. These fit in a bag very easily. This is your sleeping pad. This is your pillow. You can blow them up very easily. And just to show them to you, here they are. Okay, right here. I get my finger over there. The sleeping pad, right there. Okay, that is the sleeping pad. And then your pillow is right here. And it's a good way to help keep you insulated from the ground, because if you're just laying on the ground, you're going to get cold. That's all there is to it, and it can be dangerous. And again, they do fold up into a very small bag, both of them. You've got the sleeping pad and the pillow here, and these are going into a bag. And I'm actually going through for a future video, guys. I'm working on building what I'm going to call the BattlBox bug out bag. And you know, you guys be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. I don't think it's going to be too much more, and it's going to be a bag comprised, pretty much everything in it is coming from BattlBox, including the bag itself. So stay tuned for that, guys. Subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you think you know what some of those items are going to be. Let me know down in the comments. So once you get all of your stuff in the BattlBox, and again, we have not gotten through everything, guys. We're going to go through here. Let's see what we got. Now, this is something that I did not expect. Let's go ahead and get this out. From My Medic. This is, you know, My Medic is something that they have a lot of good medical gear. And if you are someone that's going to be camping, if you're going to be just out in general, it's a good idea to have some type of a medical kit, some medical tools, lots of stuff here, guys. So let's just go. I'm just going to put them out here, hold them up one at a time, that way I can show them to you. The first thing, a set of tweezers. Those come in real handy, getting rid of stingers, splinters, all that kind of stuff. And again, guys, a small pouch that it comes in. Thermometer, that'll probably be going in my medicine cabinet. So yeah, so you get a thermometer in this kit. And again, guys, I'm going to link some of the stuff here in the video. If there's anything individually that you want, you can pick it up from there. And you also get a whistle. Keychain whistle. You know, you put that on your keychain. You need to alert somebody something going on. There you go. So you get that whistle, and you also get a pen light. And I know that I will have to get this off of it and get the battery put in, I do believe. But yes, you get a pen light. And there we go. My finger's almost too big to reach in there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but you can see it there. You know, that's a nice little something. And that's basically it. You get a little instruction pack with it also. So that is a little medical kit from there again. you can see My Medic right there on the label. And My Medic has got a lot of good stuff out of there. I've got a few of their kits. I've got a few different, I guess you could say, bags that they have. And, you know, they do have a lot of good stuff. I think that the way that they lay them out, if you ever get into their system as far as how they lay stuff out in their packs, you're going to understand how that, I mean, there's put in a particular order. When you open that bag up, you've got red for bleeding control and airways. You know, there's a lot of stuff in there. Just the way that they lay them out, it's great. And again, go check them out. So the next thing that we have, this is something that I knew was in this, and when I seen that it was coming in this, I really look forward to it. And when you're out, you need to have some kind of communication. In this day and age of cell phones that don't always work, especially when you get into the backwoods, you need to stay in touch with camp. You get people that are traveling, you know, a couple of different vehicles. And you've probably already seen it, and that is these radios from Midland. Now, when I was a kid, I used to have a Midland CB in my truck, and that thing got a lot of use. That was kind of the thing back years ago. The book tells all about the programming of it and stuff like that. And there again, just before cell phones, that was something that my generation did. We had CBs in our trucks, and that's how you communicated. In this kit, you get 2 of these radios. You also get, looks like the battery pack. You have a clip. You know, you get 2 radios, you get 2 battery packs, 2 clips, charging cord, which we're going to get those charged, and then the radios. Let's go ahead and get them out. Take a quick look at them. And you can charge these if you do have the base. You can charge them on a base, but again, you can just plug them in and charge them. You know, and I think that's probably how these are going to be charged. I don't have a base that'll fit those radios in particular. I've got a couple of others back here. If you guys have seen some of my previous videos, a couple of radios that I've got. You need some way of communicating, guys. And again, you don't get 1, you get 2 in this month's battle box. And I'm going to get the batteries put in and get these charged up, but we're not going to do that right now. Midland, I do like Midland. There again, when I was a kid, you know, 16, 17-year-old kid, Midland CB, and that thing, we talked all over town on that thing. I mean, that was just how we stayed in touch back many years ago. And here's another little something that I think some of you guys may have already seen. Omega Skinner, this is a knife. And as I mentioned, BattlBox, you get lots of knives. This is another knife right here that I got in a previous BattlBox, and I'm carrying them, guys. I mean, my knife rotation has heavily increased since getting BattlBox, because I mean, you get a ton of cool knives, and they're good knives. They're not junk knives. You know, I'll have to say they were good knives. I've got a couple of them in some bags. One of the bug out bags that I have, or I should say one of the truck bags that I have a couple of knives in there that I got from BattlBox. And there again, guys, I got a couple of different bags. Here you go. The Omega Skinner. This is how you get it. The sheath, you can see there, it has the clip just on the side there. You can clip that onto your belt. You could lace that into a pack. You can see there, you got plenty of room there to lace it into a pack. And let's look at the blade, just to show it to you. And the light is probably not as good as I would hope. I'm working on trying to redo my setup a bit. I've got a long way to go. Just bear with me, guys. But you can see it there. It's how that looks, and you can get a good grip on that. I like the way that it feels. Kind of grippy. The handle, it is, you know, real good and grippy. You can feel it. It's not going to slip very easily. And as always, I believe the steel in this, I believe is D2, if I remember right. But for what this would be used for, I think that would work fine. You know, I'm more of a fan of a drop point blade than I am this one. But again, this, you know, for skinning, for whatever, you don't necessarily need a drop point. but you guys have seen some of the other knives. They come in previous BattlBox kits. There's kind of a mixture. Some of them for woodcraft. Some of them are bushcraft, I should say. Some of them for skinning. There's a whole set of skinning knives that came in a previous BattlBox kit. This is one that's probably going to go in another one of my bags. I've actually got a couple of bags. Now, the one that I'm going to be building, it's not going to have this knife in it. I've got plans for this knife somewhere else, but it does have a good knife in it. Again, if you guys can think of what that would be, let me know down in the comments below. The BattlBox, well, again, guys, they have got a lot of great stuff, especially if you're into camping, if you're into outdoors, which I don't know why you wouldn't be. Use my code, check them out. And again, check out some of the individual gear. You can get just individual gear from them if there's just certain things you're looking for. I'll have it linked down here in the video. You've probably already seen it. And just go over to their website, check them out. But guys, thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel. Leave me a comment down below. Go join BattlBox. Use my code and save yourself 15% off. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.